I needed to read a lot of books. I needed to do a lot of research to see what so many other people have written about this thing, to see the loopholes, what they have not addressed, and what I need to address in the book. And so the whole essence also of writing a book is because there are areas people have not addressed, and you go into that research to see how the lives of the people or the people that you want to serve can be better. So what AI now is that you don't have to go buy a lot of books. You don't have to go.
Her network seems to be really, really terrible. That network needs to be studied. Notwithstanding, I think I will take some questions while we wait for her to return. Any question I hadn't taken earlier, please we drop it back on the group chat, on the comment section. I hope you guys are writing though, because it is when your presentation time. Okay. Mrs. Comfort, your network is terrible. Okay. While we wait for her to fix her network malfunction, if you can hear me, Mrs. Comfort, please disconnect and reconnect.
With this step by step. We can't share our slide today, but step by step, I hope that I can share what I've taught with you later on. And so you are going to learn today how to be able to match the content type to the right AI approach. So we have DeepSeek, which helps you with research. We have Claude, which can literally help you build a book. ChatGPT cannot do the heavy work that a machine like Claude can do. So for anyone trying to write a book, I really recommend Claude to you because it's a machine that I've really studied and I've really worked with for a while now. And so you have to be able to the first of all, you have to understand your content type. Then you have to give AI a clear voice. How do you want to sound? Do you want to sound emotional? Do you want it to be fictional? Do you want it to be non-fiction? Do you want it to sound practical? Do you want it to sound heartfelt? What is the age group that you're really targeting? What is the age group that you're targeting once you're teaching? So you have to consider all these things. I hope I'm not too fast.
No,
Let me know in the chat.
You're okay.
Okay. So the first thing, match the content type to the right AI approach. So I said Claude for book writing, for articles. ChatGPT is very good for short articles, very, very good for short articles. Claude is very good for very large bogus work like book proposals, newsletters. But ChatGPT has a length of work that it cannot really work with. And so give AI a clear audience, purpose, and tone before you ask the question. You say, this is my audience. I want to reach teenagers between the age of this and this. I want to reach teachers in private schools. I want to reach teachers in public schools. I want to be able to build this app for people who are newbies in learning technology. So like I was putting together this training. One of the things I said, trying to put my resources together is this training, make it as simple as possible for people who have never had an interaction with AI before. So this is very, very important for you to know the audience, because you cannot give it a generic prompt. with AI, it is garbage in and garbage out. You can't give it a generic prompt and expect it to give you something better. No, you have to give it everything that you know. So if I, for instance, if I get an idea, let me give an example. We know about the election in Osun State that happened on Saturday, and yesterday, 2 days ago, I sat down to write an article, and I said to Claude, and I said, and I told Claude what happened with the story. You see what happened in Osun State, Nigeria, with the election, with the shutting down of the account of the state government, and how a lot of people protested about a lot of people rose up to give their voice, to the fact that, look, this election must be free and fair. So this is a pointer to the fact.
Oh God, this woman's network is so. Your network is very terrible, Miss Comfort. People are enjoying your lecture, but your network is a distraction. Can you disconnect and reconnect? Sure. All right, everybody, please calm down. Let's help her reconnect properly. Miss Comfort, your network is very bad. Please write your questions down. Write your question down so you don't forget. Write them down. Mrs. Comfort, can you disconnect and reconnect? Okay, I'm going to disconnect. Okay. With this terrible network, if we're not able to get something substantial, I think we might have to. Let me disconnect her first. Are you sure this network is not from my end? Okay, remove. We'll send her a link to join. Get her back on the live. Sorry for the network delay. Well, then this is Nigeria. So I will be taking some questions on the comment sections while we wait for her to connect back. If you can hear me, to be sure the network is not from my end, please let me hear you on the comment section. Yeah, it is distracting. That's why you have to put down all your questions from all you have learned. Yeah, this is Nigeria. Yes, humanization is very necessary because still as it is a... Okay, thank you. Sometimes when you use artificial intelligence to generate or to create, you still have to go back and review what you have created to be sure that everything is in line with how you want it to be. So yes, definitely it still needs a touch of humanization to give you what you want, because AI itself was created by a human being. Don't forget that. It was created to make everything easy, to make arranging of everything, creating, generating easily. Coding and as well, coding and other activities easily, because with now you can actually use AI to code and also to create websites. But still after that, it needs to be properly assessed, reviewed to be sure that it is of the standard of what the public would be interested in. Yes, you can explore different AI sites for different activities. We have several AI apps that you can use both for the book publishing and book writing and all of that. Yes, she will be showing us how to create websites, but not on this terrible network. The plan was for her to give us basic prompts and ideas on how to generate website with your smartphone for your businesses and for your brand. But with this terrible network, we will have to fast and pray that she has a good network tomorrow to put us through. Yes, you can send ChatGPT a long command and it will give you what you need. But it is not just about sending ChatGPT a long command. It's sending ChatGPT the accurate command. Well, how you avoid your work being detected by AI, written by AI, is having a humanized touch on it after generating with an AI. Now, once you finish generating with an AI, move the document back to your laptop or your computer, WPS, where you can edit it. Do one or two removing and addition or corrections there. Add one or two more sentences written with your hands and idea in line with what has been generated. That way you have a humanized touch on it. Now, that way when you upload such a document, it will not give you written by AI except you click on the button, because there's going to be two different buttons wherever you are publishing. There's going to ask you, was this generated with AI or was this generated manually? So you also get to select the option you want the public to see there. All right, any more questions? While we're still waiting for her to reconnect, I'll be taking all your questions. Somebody asked, how can you convert a book that you have written into AI to publish it? I would rather say, after writing a book, now let me use ChatGPT as an example that you can actually move your book from your laptop or your phone to ChatGPT. After you have written the book, if it was not written by AI, and then you want to use AI to correct every single mistake or errors there before publishing, you move the document to ChatGPT as a document, not a copy and paste, with a well-detailed prompt telling it to please re-edit. This is supposed to be the work of an editorial team, but this can be done on ChatGPT, which means you don't have to pay so much amount of money for editors to edit your book for you anymore. She's back. You move it as a document to ChatGPT or any detailed prompt on what to do to edit your book professionally, remove all errors and whatever it needs to remove, and convert it back to a non-editable document for you. Also, still regenerate it on a PDF document for you. It will access that document, review it, edit it, and then regenerate it for you as a PDF, and you can review it on your system again. All right, she is back. My question answer stops here while she continues. Thank you. Madam Comfort, please go ahead.
Okay. Oh, well, so sorry for the network. I'll have to find a better place later in the evening. Can you hear me clearly now?
Yeah.
Okay. So sorry about, where did you, can you put it in the chat? Where did you miss me? Where did I go off? So I know where to start from.
Let's hear who was following up with the training in the comment section. Where
Please
did you
let me
lose
know
her?
where you missed. Where did you lose me?
If you guys do, you were actually following up. I want to hear where you lost her on the comment section. Yeah.
Okay, I think I'll just go from the first. Just the first thing I said was that for you to be able to prompt AI, the first thing is you have to get your ideas right. You have to get your ideas right. You have to know what you want to write about. That's the first thing. What is the topic? Do you want to write on servant leadership? Do you want to write on premarital sex, for instance? Do you want to write on marriage? Do you want to write on relationship? Do you want to write on helping students to pass their exams stresslessly? What exactly do you want to write about? So this has to be known. This is very, very important. And then when you do this, you outline what you need for, you outline what you need. You outline the entire ideas. I said that do not be afraid of feeding AI with so much knowledge. Do not be afraid of feeding AI with so much knowledge. Give it as much as is in your head. And I get the example of writing a book on servant leadership. You can't say you want to write a book on leadership. No, this is too generic. You have to say that you want to write a book on servant leadership that is targeted towards the Nigerian civic leaders. Make it a practical tone, make it add real life stories, use TVs, and then add reflection questions at the end. This is very, very detailed for AI to work with. So, and I said that for AI, you have to be able to build every prompt on 5 elements: the role, the task, the context, the tone, the format. Because some people write non-fiction, some people write fiction books, some people write practical books, books that are practical, hands-on. Like a computer training has to be hands-on. There are pictures in the books. When you're teaching about learning how to use the computer, there has to be pictures in it. When you're talking about marriage, there are examples there are stories there are testimonies there. So different things. So prompt engineering, the first thing is the task. What is the task you're giving AI to do? This is the anatomy of a professional prompt. What is the task you're giving AI to do? The task is write a 6-chapter outline for a book on servant leadership. This now deals with the task. The audience, you are going to say for young Nigeria civic leaders, young Nigeria civic leaders. This is the audience. So we've talked about the task, talked about the audience. Now the tone, practical tone. Make it practical tone. If you're writing a book on marriage, relationship, you could say make it a romantic tone or emotional tone or heartfelt tone. If you are writing a letter to someone, for instance, so you can say make this letter heartfelt, make it official. Do you see this? You have to tell AI what you want depending on the audience you are going to reach. And then we have the format, which is each chapter with a real life story and a reflection question. So AI has covered the task, covered the audience, covered the tone, covered the format. Can you see this? And then we'll have the context. This is the context of it. So don't be too vague. And sometimes don't ask everything at once. So the first thing in writing a book, ideas, and get your ideas and align the book, define your reader and structure the book. Then draft with AI, generate chapters from your outline and your voice. Number 3, edit and refine. Fact check. AI could be wrong. Sometimes they give you dates that are wrong. Sometimes they give you stories that are wrong, information that is wrong. So you have to still go through the book. I'm telling you, it's still so much work for anyone who wants to be a great author, even though it's a shortcut. Then the format, layout, whether it's A5, most books are A5. Do you want the book to be A5? Do you want the book to be A6? You know all this when we come into a practical class. and then the design cover. Generate a cover with AI image tools. Never design a cover until you're done with your book, so that you have all the picture as it has to do with the book. And then you are going to publish on Amazon Kindle, or we have Seller. All my books are on Seller. All my resources, my trainings are on Seller. So because it's it's quite easy, and Nigerians still prefer to use Seller. So to write a book, you have to um, ideas and outline. You can use ChatGPT or Claude. Claude is very, very good, a great machine. ChatGPT also is very, very good for short work. ChatGPT is good for short work. You can't use ChatGPT to write your book except you want to do it bit by bit by bit. But with Claude, by the time you feed it a lot of information, it can give you a complete book in less than 5 minutes. Then you feed your draft, then you edit your book. You can use Grammarly, or you can edit yourself, or you give someone else to edit.
Some persons are requesting for apps that they can use in writing in the comment section. Kindly note that this is a theoretical aspect of the training. The practical aspect of the training is going to be tomorrow. When it's time for the practical aspect of the training, you will get the app you need to use in writing, and that way you're going to be given an assignment that you need to present on the 6th and the 7th day. So calm down, take it easy, understand what she's teaching you first. Okay, so that when you have the app, you know how to apply it into the app. Not just having the app without having an idea of how to use the app. Understand the
Yeah,
step by step. When it's time for the app, she would
yeah,
make it available for you.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You really need, when I started out, nobody told me this information. So I was just doing trial and error. So you need everything I'm saying now. You're going to get it. You're going to get the resources, don't worry, that you need. So for AI generation, for ideas and books, you can use ChatGPT and Claude. For drafting your book, you can still use ChatGPT and Claude. For editing, you can use Grammarly, or pay someone who can edit physically for you. Then you can format using Word documents. Get someone to design your book in Corel Draw also. Yeah, and then there is Canva for your design. If you don't want to use Canva, also has AI in it. If you want to be able to design your book. So if you want to be able to design your book, so after you have put together your book, you've given, we gave an example of a prompt, which we'll do also in the practical class. After you've given AI everything that it needs, and it gives you your book, or it gives you your teaching slides, or it gives you your curriculum, you have to look through it and see what you don't like in it, and ask it to remove it, or you remove it yourself, because Claude will always give you a document that is editable. ChatGPT can not give you a document, but Claude gives you a document that is editable. You can change the font, you can change the font size. So Claude is Claude. That's the word, Claude. It's going to help you write your book. And so after you've done this, after you've written your book, you've gotten your book, um, what you have to do is to read through it and possibly give it to one person to read it. If you don't want that, then you go on to uploading your book and creating an ebook for e-copy of your book. Do you understand this? You create an e-copy of your book. And I said that Stella is a very good platform for you to upload your book, and it's free. They have packages that are paid for monthly, but my books are there for free. You upload it and earn money. A few days ago I got an alert, so you can do that on Seller. The process is very, very, very simple. The process of uploading that book is very, very simple. You go to their website, seller.co. It's called seller.co. Can somebody type it in the chat? SELA, seller.co. Nobody's type. Yeah, that's great. So
Done.
you go to seller.co. If
Are
someone
you
has a
there?
second phone, okay, seller.com, rather seller.com, at the end, please, seller.com. I don't know if you can see my
Okay.
screen, seller.com. This is what it shows you. This is the website. Yeah, seller.com.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the website, seller.com, C-O-M, selar.com. Yes. And so when I click on the first page, shows you start selling with seller. Can you see this? Start selling with seller. When you come to that website, it says start selling with seller. And then you click that start selling with seller. Then it takes you to create your account. It takes you to create your account. You can see here it says create your seller account. But if you already have a seller account, you log in. Well, all you need is your name, your first name, second name, your email address, and your password. One of the simplest registration forms I've seen. This all you need. So you must take note that you must have an email already. So if you don't have an email, go and create it. Seller.com. I'm seeing a lot of people still writing, yes, seller.com.
Continue,
Yes,
please. Proceed. Don't
seller.com.
worry.
So you need your first name, your second name, your email address, and the password that you choose. So this is all you need to create a seller account, really. Do you understand this? So you create the account. From there, it shows you what to do. When you create the account, it tells you to add your bank account. It tells you to add the products. Do you want a physical product where you can ship? Do you want a digital product where people can pay and just download the book? Which do you prefer? Take note that with a physical product, you have to consider shipping and how you can get it across someone in another state or another country. Do you understand this? So I helped someone upload their book on Seller a few days ago, and I looked at her dashboard yesterday and I said, oh wow, someone from UK has bought the book. Try to buy the book. You see this? So from all over the world, someone can buy your ill product. That's the thing with digital products now. So the process is register your account, which I've shown you your name, your surname, your email address, and your password. This all you need. Very easy. When you get in there, seller pops up a button to say add your bank account. Another button
Ooh.
like your date of birth, you have to add it. Then you add your product. It literally takes me less than maybe 2-3 minutes to upload a product on Seller. I did that this morning also. So it's very simple, very, very simple product. And then you get your link. But while uploading it, when you add your product, you have to put in the name, the amount, um, the amount. We are going to find a way to get a practical class for you. Don't worry. The name, the amount, and then the category. Then you upload your ebook, upload the cover also. You see this, so it's very simple. And then you publish your book and get your link, which you can share with every other person that you want to buy the book. You share it on social media, you share it with your friends, you share it with your family members. So there's a just whole lot of things. A few days ago, someone was talking about trying to launch her book, and she was not seeing the possibilities of getting that physical copy in a week's time. And I said to her, we can get this book on Seller, and then let's get this book on Seller. You share this ebook link with your friends, with your family members, and say, look, I want to print a physical copy, but I need you to buy so I can get money to, print the physical copies. Do you understand this? And she did that, and it's been massive testimonies over the last 2 days. So if you never take a step, you don't know. And all of us, we all have one knowledge or the other. There are areas where you are strong. Maybe you are strong with children, you are strong, with teenagers. You know so much about faith. You know so much about business, about baking, about making shoes. about, even teaching graphics design, you are able to put it in a book. So this is very very important. And I noticed I didn't talk about the um, description. So when you're done with your book, you know that Claude helped you to create your book. So they really know now about your book, and you're able to say, give me a description for this book. You put the title, give me a description for this book to add to seller sales, because you are going to need that description to fill in the form where you are uploading your book. It's a really simple process. Once you begin the journey with seller, it's a simple process. And also, um, you have to be able to, when you get into Claude, when you start a project, you can rename it well, so that you keep anything that has to do with that project. You come and type a prompt under that same project. You don't open a new tab for that project anymore. And so there are bookworks that have done that. There's just so many things. Keep scrolling because different versions they've given me, and then description is there. Facebook marketing is there. Everything about that book is just on that tab on Claude. You understand it? So this is very important. There's a whole lot we can't do manually. It's a practical class. And then when you do this, you can now tell Claude, sorry that I'm using Claude. I like to stick with one thing, especially when it's very powerful. You can tell Claude, give me, I need a cover design for this book. Give me a prompt, because Claude doesn't make designs, pictures and images. So you tell Claude, give me um, a prompt for this cover, to create this book cover in ChatGPT. Give me a prompt to create this book cover in Grok. So I use Grok, I use ChatGPT, I use DeepSeek for research. But for image, I use ChatGPT, I use Grok. Those are the two things that I need. And so you tell it the font size, you tell it the color that you want, you know. And I even ask it sometimes, oh, this color that I suggested, you think is okay? So what we do with AI basically is speaking to it like we are speaking to humans, and we are able to refine the idea. Sometimes it gives me an information and I say to it, no, I don't agree with what you said. I think it should be this way. And ChatGPT tells me, yes, I think, I didn't understand this well. Do you see this? So you are not giving your tasks back to AI. No, your brains are still intact. The work is only now less stressful for you. But the best authors will always be the ones now that come with their ideas. Will always be the ones that come with their heart. Will always be the ones that are willing to work. So there are many books on my system I'm working on, created with my idea and with AI, but I have to refine. I have to edit. Do you understand this? So it's very important. It's a different ball game if you are creating a PDF guide. So you can say create a PDF guide that shows people how to bake cake. People are selling PDF guides now. Create a step-by-step PDF guide that shows people how to bake cake. Create a step-by-step PDF guide that shows people how to write a book. Create a step-by-step PDF guide that shows teachers how to grow and teach students who become excellent. So different things, I don't know the ideas in your head to write. Recently, I created a teen spark, and I said to Claude, I know a few things that teenagers are battling with, which is mental health, comparison, and the rest of it, peer pressure. Could you give me 11 other topics that you feel like teenagers are battling with? Do you understand this? And it gives me the topic. So you are basically going to, giving your brain to AI to say, create these ideas for me. You are not leveraging that task to AI, only leveraging AI for the assignment that you have. I think I've said a lot this morning. Are there questions that we answer?
I don't think there are pending questions for now. If you guys have
Okay.
questions,
Okay.
please drop
Okay.
your questions or I use the remaining time. Okay, there are no questions. I think they are very good. Or maybe
Okay.
they're still typing. Yeah. Please help me monitor the comments. If you have questions on book publishing and writing, please carry on. Are there questions? It seems this lecture is so interesting that we don't have questions anymore. No, this is good.
So yeah,
Okay, no
no
questions.
questions.
No questions. All right.
And let me talk about short articles before we go today. We'll talk about book, but you want to first of all, before you even sell your book to reach a number of people, you have to be an authority in that field, in that area. So be with being I've been learning AI for a while now, a couple of years now. The last 2 years, for me, has been really, I've been investing a lot, so if now people are beginning to say, look, this person has a skill in teaching people this, and I've had a few invitations. And so this is what happens when people see that you are consistent in a particular thing. They are able to, your authority, you build your authority. And so what you can do now, if you have a topic in your heart or a problem that you want to solve, because book writing is about solving a problem in the world, solving a problem in the lives of people. This is what book writing is about. Yes, we are going to make money, but when you step into a place, step into an organization, go on the road, and people tell you how their lives have been transformed just by reading your book, then it is more satisfying than any money that you can make. And the truth is that there are people who have given me money who, because they saw my work, they were not really interested in uh, buying that book for that place that I've entered today. I'm here today speaking because they saw my work. Do you understand? So you have to be able to build that authority. And it comes to every morning you get up, you get you write, you go to ChatGPT, you go to Claude with the idea that you have and say, I need a short article on this. What can help you is that if you have a topic, you can ask it to break that topic down into 5 days, or break down this topic into 10 days, or break down this topic into 30 days, so that you have an asset of content, because you might not have the discipline to go build the content every day. But if you're able to build a content that takes you 7 days, content that takes you 14 days, content that takes you 30 days, then you can just go copy the content and post it. Do you understand
Okay.
this? So
Yeah.
yes, this is what you can do. You can go,
There's a question.
give. Okay.
Adding of accounts. Can I add my Nigerian account during registration of the seller account?
Yes, it's a Nigerian account you're adding. Yes, it's your Nigerian account you're adding to any, even OPay. Most people like to use OPay,
Okay.
Money Point. Seller didn't used to accept OPay and Money Point, but they now have Money Point and OPay, on their list of bank accounts.
Okay.
So
Another question.
it's very easy. Okay.
This is what I've been trying to avoid.
Okay, there's a question here.
Oh, can you hear
There's a
me?
question here. Can I answer it briefly? He said, how do I go about writing in my area that require practical laboratory work, that the data generated by AI will not be replaced by the data I need to generate other laboratory? Yes, you have to do it hands-on. AI can give you every other thing. Let's say the abstract, it can give you the theoretical part, the conceptual part. Do you understand? There are other parts AI can give you, but your result has to come from what you have done. So you can get other parts, but your result has to come. And you have to be able to even generate your result first of all, and then you now serve AI based on the result you have generated. AI is able to create for you an abstract, create for you other parts on the books. So one thing that can help you in this, because it's a research work and there can be an issue of plagiarism. Do you understand? So it's very dicey. But one thing that can help you is that you can find out books that authors, you can find out the names of authors and the titles of books, and you can now use that to feed AI. You understand, to get this concept also. So it's really dicey, but this is the best that it can do for you. Okay, what is your question? Vitaly's born. What is your question? Vitaly said his question is not being attended to. I'm scrolling to see, how do I go about writing in my area? Okay, that is your question. That require practical laboratory work, that the data generated by AI will not be replaced by the data I need to generate. So generate your data first. Generate your data first is very, very important, because this is a practical test. For instance, there are books that I write that I have to find out. There's a proposal I just wrote, about to submit, and I needed to find out the number of people in Benue State based on the research, official numbers. Do you understand? Based on the official numbers, I'm going to work with that and say, look, Claude, this is a number of people affected by this thing in Benue State based on the official report carried out by the Benue State Ministry of Health, by the Benue State Ministry of Education. So you have to work. That's why we say to you that you cannot go to AI generically. No, you have to feed AI with as much information as possible. It's very important. You're not leaving your work for AI to do. AI is going to help you accomplish your assignment. So yeah, this is any other question?
I think that's all the question for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So remember the I'll leave you with this. Remember what we said about AI, the tone, the tags, the format. What did you say again? You have to really serve the audience. The context has to be there. It's very important. The prompt area. Who are the people you want to reach? You know, do you want the book to be practical? Do you want the book to be relatable? Do you want the book to be heartfelt, emotional, romantic? Do you want the book to be hands-on? What is the book? And then you have to be specific on your audience. I want to reach children. What kind of children do you want to reach? Is it children who are underprivileged, underserved? Is it children who are wealthy, from wealthy homes? Is it children with difficult backgrounds? Are these just teenagers or young adults? Who do you want to reach? So you have to be able to put everything, give AI as much information in your head as possible. So before you get to AI, brood over the ideas and think over it and give it as
Okay,
much
somebody has a
information.
question.
Okay.
How can I use issues concerning safety in my company to write a book involving pictures of safety gadgets?
Okay. Please come again. Okay.
How can I use
How can I
issues
use?
concerning safety in my company to write a book involving pictures of safety gadgets?
Yeah. This is also very simple, because you can say to AI, oh, I've worked in this organization before, or with if you feel like they're going to find you out that you're the one who leaked that, and this is an issue, list the issues happening in the organization, list your concerns also in the organization, and then say to yourself, you want to write a book to address safety issues in business organizations, in schools, your audience. You have to choose your audience in the home. I want to write a book that will help promote safety guidelines in the home, in the school. I would also like to include safety gadgets as it relates to this. Do you understand? So give it as much information as possible. But first of all, give it your concern. What are the things that happen because these safety guidelines or safety rules have not been adhered to in your organization? What are the casualties? What happened to people? How did their life change the other way because they were affected by this? Talk to it like you are talking to a friend. Give it your heart. Do you understand it? So, and tell it everything. You need pictures of safety guidelines, and it's going to create that for you. You have to tell it the gadgets.
Um,
You have to.
some questions are coming up. It make me feel like you don't really understand what you were taught, because some questions are a repetition of an already answered question. The same terminologies, detailed prompting, and ideas or method you used in. Ma'am, can you hear me? Very well. Her network has ceased again. The same prompting, detailed prompting you use in how to write about your village is actually the same detailed prompting you would use on how to write about safety gadgets or concern in your company or community or any other place you want to write about. It is still the same pattern method that you would apply, still the same terminologies you would apply. So if these questions are coming up now, I feel as if you don't even understand what she has been talking about. And then it's raising a question, is book writing supposed to be for you? Because she has practically given a lot of information. Information she's giving you are quite very similar to the AI prompting and how to apply AI to everything you did that was taught by Pastor Vivian Gold yesterday. So already going through the session of Pastor Vivian Gold yesterday, this particular class is supposed to be an easy pizza for you to digest. Okay? All right, so I think her network is disconnected. We will hold on to see if she can reconnect back. And somebody is asking if OPay can be used. I remember her saying clearly OPay cannot be used, but you can use a normal account and Money Point. Money Point was just updated recently, so you can use Money Point in replace of OPay. If you don't have a Money Point, make sure you have a bank with any other of the banks that you can use to set up your seller account. Somebody is asking, how do I balance storytelling, practical examples, exercise, and financial education in one book? Your question already is not organized, if I want to be very honest with you. That question is not clear. Storytelling, practical example, exercise, and financial education in one book. Okay, I think she's back on. She has 6 minutes to round up, so she will just summarize with us before we call it a day. All right, welcome back. So we're having 6 more minutes to go. Why don't you just do a quick recap of everything you have talked about today so we can end the class with that? Bad network. Mr. Vitalis Bomb, I believe you were taking notes while she was on this class. So this will not be dropped on that particular group chat. The essence of that group chat is for you to get the link to the class, make your thoughts and everything, and also give your expression of what you had learned during the session. Madam Comfort, if you can't hear me, then I guess I would end the session. Can you hear me? Okay, I think she can't hear me. I think her network is very bad.
I can hear you clearly. Can everyone hear me?
Okay. All right. Just give us
I
a
can hear you
summary
clearly.
of. Some people missed out
Can
while we
everyone
were
hear
still
me?
training. Let's just do a quick recap with the remaining 5 minutes we have.
Okay.
Just recap on everything. Yeah.
Okay. 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 Okay, I'm going to do that. Yeah, we talked about AI making your work easy for you, but not replacing the work that you do. So essentially, it's moving you from AI user, just a generic user, to a user that will give results. Do you understand this? So the first thing we talked about today about the book is we said you have to have an idea first of all. What is the idea in your head? So book writing is really not just about making money, but about transforming the lives of other people, transforming organizations. Do you understand this? So you have to be able to consider that also. What is the idea you have about that you want to write about? What is the problem in the world that you want to solve? What is the problem? For me, one of the things I want to help authors do is to help them, help a lot of people become authors, get the ideas. There are people I know that who are really, really good, but they have not been able to transform their ideas into a book. And I say to them every time, you can really write this book. So there are people who have just written maybe like 20 pages, 10 pages, and I take that book and turn it around for them, and they are shocked, like, what is this? But the thing is that I still keep their tone. Their tone is still there. So this is very important. AI will make your work very, very easy. And so in writing a book, in writing an article, you must match the content with the AI tool that you want to use. And I really advise you to use prompt. Claude, if you want to write a book, Claude is CLAUDE.
Well, despite the terrible network, I I think we have actually come to the end of this session. If you can hear me, with the remaining 3 minutes left, while she's still trying to get her network back on, we would be ending the live, and everyone is expected to go back to the group chat and express what they have learned, what they understand about bookmaking. Don't forget, we talked about filmmaking earlier before we started bookmaking. Drop your expressions there, and also the expo I gave earlier. Indulge the DG to organize a practical and a physical class for everyone. Suggest it to the group chat. He's there and he would see. And if you all are lucky to get a physical session, then we will make arrangements to come down and teach you properly. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Madam Comfort. Your training was excellent. I enjoyed it and I learned a lot from it. And I believe that
Mhm, mhm,
95% of everybody on the comment section enjoyed your class as well. We will be looking forward to the practical training by tomorrow to conclude your session. Well, by evening, later in the evening by 6 p.m., Mrs. Comfort is going to be live to take us through the practical session and also the website development basic practicals on how to develop a web with your phone. So please, Madam Comfort, try to work on your network so that they can enjoy the same energy that they had enjoyed this morning. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Now we'll see you all on the group chat. Have a lovely day. And please go fill up your phone with network and charge your phone while you wait for 6 p.m. Yeah. Yeah.